Hello dear students, welcome to your on class Chemistry with Minds. So today we will study Raoult's law of volatile solutes. So let us start. So first you should know what is the volatile solute. Volatile solute means solute which is having volatile nature. So since the solute is in volatile nature, so when we will add the volatile solute in the liquid, then it will also generate the vapor pressure. When it will generate the vapor pressure, it means the total vapor pressure of the solution will increase. And total vapor pressure is the sum of the vapor pressure of all the component of the solution. So P total equal to PA plus PB. And what is PA and PB? PA is vapor pressure of component A plus vapor pressure of component B. Now, how to define PA and PB? According to the Raoult's law, the vapor pressure of any component is equal to the mole fraction of that component present in the solution multiplied by the vapor pressure of that component in pure state. So, PA will be XA into P naught A. P naught A is the vapor pressure of A in the pure state. Similarly, for PB, XB and P naught B. P naught B is vapor pressure of B in the pure state. Now, as I told you in the previous class, the sum of mole fraction of all the component, let it be 2 component solution or 3 component solution or 4 component solution, the sum of mole fraction of all the component is equal to 1. Since here it is 2 component, so XA plus XB will be equal to 1. Okay, so any component we can define in other components. Suppose if we want to define A, then XA will be equal to 1 minus XB. Or similarly, XB also we can represent in terms of A, correct? So, P total, that will be equal to XA we will take as a 1 minus XB. So, P naught A 1 minus XB plus XB P naught B, correct? Now, this we will multiply here. So, this will be P naught A minus XB P naught A plus XB P naught B. Now you can see XB is here also and XB is here also. So that will be common. So P total will be equal to this XB we will take common. Then what will be? P naught B minus P naught A. XB will be common and plus P naught A. Correct? Now, this equation we can relate with y equal to mx plus c, which is a equation for a straight line. So, this will be y, this will be m, this will be x and plus c. So now we will plot the graph. This equation we will write here, so we can plot the graph. P total equal to P naught B minus P naught A XB plus P naught A. Correct? So we will plot the graph. Correct? This is Y M, this is X, and this is C. Correct? So Y is the P total, means total vapor pressure, total vapor pressure. Correct? This is increasing in this direction. Correct? And this is the X. X is the mole fraction of B. So this will be B. This is increasing in this direction. And this is intercept, P naught A. What is the meaning of intercept? Intercept means the value of the y-axis at the beginning point is equal to this. Means the variation or this total vapor pressure will change with XB from this point. So at the initial point, the value of the total vapor pressure will be P naught A. So let us take this is P naught A. P naught A. Correct? P naught A. What is the meaning of P naught A? The meaning of P naught A is the vapor pressure of the component A in pure state. Pure state means the other component is not present there. When other component is not present there, it means the mole fraction of the component A will be 1 and mole fraction of the component B will be 0. So XA will be 1 and XB equal to 0. Correct? Now, since this is the y-axis, correct? And y-axis is total vapor pressure, and this is also present on the y-axis. It means at the initial point, the value of the total vapor pressure is equal to P naught A. That also you can see here. See, P total equal to PA plus PB. Correct? So that will be equal to PA is equal to XA into P naught A. XA is equal to 1. So this will be P naught A plus PB. What is the vapor pressure of the B? That is XB into vapor pressure of B in pure state. But XB is 0. So 0 into P naught B, that will be equal to 0. So total vapor pressure at this point will be equal to P naught A. Correct? Now, so Y is over, X is also over, intercept is also over. Now come to the slope. Slope is P naught B minus P naught A, and that slope is positive. What is the meaning of positive? The meaning of positive means the value of P naught B is greater than the value of P naught A. What is the P naught A? That I have explained. And what is the P naught B? The P naught B means the vapor pressure of the B in pure state. Pure state means there is no component A. When there is no component A, it means the mole fraction of the B component will be 1 and the mole fraction of the component A will be 0. Why? Because XA plus XB equal to 1. So since it is in the pure state, P naught B means in the pure state, so XA will be 0, correct? So when XA is the 0, it means XB equal to 1. So when XB equal to 1, here XB is 0, it means here it will be 1, XB equal to 1, correct? And XA here is 0, XA here is 1, so here it will be 0, and anyway since XB is 1, so automatically XA will be equal to 0, correct? Now, so as I told you, since the slope is positive, so the value of P naught B should be greater than P naught A. So P naught B will be at this point because XA is 0, only XB is there. So P total equal to PA plus PB, correct? Now since XA is 0, so PA also will be 0. How? Because PA equal to XA into P naught A. Since XA is 0, so 0 into P naught A equal to 0, plus PB will be equal to XB into P naught B. XB is equal to 1, so it will be P naught B, correct? It means at this point the total vapor pressure, because this is the y-axis and y-axis is P total, so total vapor pressure will be equal to P naught B. That will be equal to P naught B, but as per the slope, since slope is positive, so the value of P naught B should be more than the value of P naught A. P naught A is here, so when we will place the straight line, then it will come here, correct? And the value of the P naught B should be more than this, so it should be here. Let us take here P naught B, correct? Now again come to here, slope is equal to P naught B minus P naught A. So this is P naught B and P naught A. So when we will draw a line here, then that will be the graph between total vapor pressure and mole fraction of the B. Now what is the interpretation of this graph? This graph is interpreting the total vapor pressure is increasing as the mole fraction of the B is increasing. What is the B component? The B component is the solute, volatile solute, which we are adding. And I also told you in the beginning, since it is the volatile solute, so it will also generate the vapor pressure. So the total vapor pressure will increase. And here also it is the same thing. As the mole fraction of the component B means solute, as it is increasing, the total vapor pressure also increasing, correct? So this is P total, and that will be equal to PA plus PB, because this is the graph of total vapor pressure, correct? So this is total vapor pressure and that is equal to PA plus PB. Now come to the variation of mole fraction of A and mole fraction of B. Now mole fraction of A is 1 here, so since it is 1, so vapor pressure of the A will be maximum, means PA will be maximum, and here XA is 0. It means vapor pressure of A will be 0. It means the vapor pressure of A will vary from here to here. Understood? Okay, I am again telling, this is XA equal to 1 since it is maximum mole fraction. So, vapor pressure of A also will be maximum, and that will be P naught A, means here. Now, XA equal to 0 means the vapor pressure of A will be 0. It means the vapor pressure of A will vary from here to here. Similarly, for the B component, here it is 0. So, vapor pressure of component B will be 0, means minimum, and 0 it is here, correct? And here the mole fraction of B is equal to 1, and mole fraction 1 means it is the maximum mole fraction, correct? Since mole fraction is maximum, so vapor pressure of B also will be maximum, and that will be equal to P naught B, because PB equal to XB into P naught B, XB into P naught B. When XB will be maximum, then PB will be also maximum, and this is the maximum value, correct? It means PB will vary from here to here. Correct? So, it will be PA equal to XA P naught A, and this will be equal to P naught PB equal to XB into P naught B. So, that is the Raoult's law of volatile solute. Now, there is one more thing. As I told you in the beginning, here in this equation I have taken the mole fraction of A in terms of mole fraction of B. If we will take the mole fraction of B in terms of mole fraction of A, then what will come? XB will be equal to 1 minus XA, correct? Then this equation will be just opposite. Here will be P naught A, and here will be P naught B, and here will be XA, and here will be P naught B, correct? Since we are taking here XA, so the volatile solute will be component A here, correct? And component B will be the liquid, correct? So, now since this is the X axis, so here it will be XA, correct? And since it is the axis, so initial value will be 0. Since it is 0, then it will be 1. Since it is 1, so it will be P naught B, correct? Now here, since here it is 0, then here it will be maximum, here it will be 0, correct? Now since XA is the maximum, then P naught A also will be, that PA also will be maximum. The vapor pressure of the component A also will be maximum, and the maximum value of PA is P naught A, correct? Here will be P naught A. Understood? Now this will remain as such, but this will change, correct? This will be, since it is PB, so this is decreasing PB. PB equal to XB and P naught B, correct? And this will be PA, correct? PA equal to XA and P naught A. So, this is the Raoult's law of volatile solute. If there is any doubt, please mention or write in the chat box. I will try to solve your problem. I will try to reply as soon as possible. Okay, and if you like this video, please subscribe this video so that you can get notification of my next video as soon as possible. Thank you very much.